Yo, Skeptic here. Today, I'll be talking about my top 5 characters that I want in Guilty Gear Strive. In no particular order. Just the characters I want to see come back from previous games. Now, my first character that I want to see return is Baiken. Now, I know people are like, you don't even play Guilty Gear if you want Baiken to return. And you know what? If she had a boring ass character design, I would hella agree. But come on, man, her character design is badass. She got the eye patch because she don't need both eyes to see her mix-ups, has only one arm because she doesn't need a handicap, and she got the 2 plots for 2 times the damage she's going to do to you in counter hit. But jokes aside though, I really like her character design, and her character theme is so good, man. It is just so good. And also, she's not just a samurai, dude. She has all these. She's using tatami mats and a weird grappling hook to bring your ass over here. Like, come on, man. That is just that's too clean, man. She is waifu material, man. I'm a Baiken stan. I'm sorry. It's who I am. But moving on, the next character that I want to see return is Johnny. Now, you may be wondering, why the hell would you want Johnny back? Have you not witnessed the mass destruction he has done in Exerd? And to answer that question, hell yeah I have, and that is exactly why I want him to return. The reason I even got into the Guilty Gear series was due to watching Omito playing Johnny. Seeing someone play a character so proficiently that to me, it wasn't just a player playing a character, but rather, it was like looking at moving art, which just inspired me to pick up Guilty Gear Xrd, because I just wanted to do the cool things that Omito did. And by having Johnny return and Strive, maybe Omito will continue competing in Guilty Gear tournaments, and we can see some more beautiful plays. And honestly, Johnny is just a cool ass character, man. He got the swag hat, the nice katana, the mist finer. Like, he is such a cool, flashy, complex character that it just wouldn't feel right to not add Johnny. It just wouldn't feel right, man. And he's also popular on the poll, I'm just saying. He's also popular in the character poll. I can't be wrong, man. I can't be wrong. We need Johnny to return. Alright, and now we are moving on to the next character that I want to see in Guilty Gear Strive. Now, I just want to say that I don't really have too much knowledge on this character, but I want to see him return, and that is Anji Mito. Now, since I started the Guilty Gear series with Exit Rev 2, I wasn't familiar with the past characters, nor was I familiar with the past games, so when I got heavily invested into Rev 2, I wanted to learn more about the Guilty Gear series, which basically led me down to the road of Accent Core plus R, and within the character select screen, I saw him, the legend himself, Anji Mito. Now, his character design may not be super flashy and crazy and unique, but to me it's not about his character's appearance. It's kind of his gameplay, his mix-up style of gameplay that utilizes pretty much most of his tools. So, the first thing that I want to talk about is being able to use Anji's butterfly, known as Shitsu, which basically allows Anji to have a good projectile for usage of Okizeme, allowing for more pressure, which then leads into his next tools, which are his Fujin follow-ups. But what I think separates your average Anji from a good Anji is utilizing his auto guard properties on his attacks and late canceling. Being able to utilize those 2 main properties, it can really show the dedication of a player through the utilization of all his tools and being able to use them in situations where they're pretty much needed. And I understand that there are other characters that also have a mix-up style of gameplay, but when I play Anji, dude, the animations of his attacks, the style and flow of his game plan, everything just feels in place. Like, I don't know, I kind of become one with the character. Like, I feel serene and calm. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it feels so different, you know? But all in all, we need the double fan Anji Mito back in action, and we need his theme, man. His theme. If you have not listened to it, I implore you to listen to that shit. It is so... Man, the Guilty Gear series OSTs are so good. I love it. Daisuke, you the legend. And now, we're moving on. Here we go to the fourth character. Now, just like Anji, this is another character that I don't have tons of personal knowledge on, but his badass design and the badass aura he gives off, there's no way I couldn't add him on the list. I'm talking about Order Soul. Now, Order Soul is a character that he didn't really leave a good first impression on me because of how I viewed clone-like characters. I just thought he was going to be another Soul. I just had very small differences with a different outfit. But then I played the character, and it fucking hit me. It hit me like a truck. I was like, what? What the hell just happened? I was just so fascinated with how different he played compared to Soul. Like, with regular Soul, you want it to be up close and personal, and his toolkit is still fairly balanced. It's not too crazy. But with Order Soul, you just basically told your opponent, you ain't playing the game. It's gonna be my turn. His oppressive normals combined with his specials were already deadly. But man, here is the real kicker. His charge specials. Order Soul revolves around a mechanic that allows him to power up his specials depending on how long he charges for, which can basically make major changes to his special moves, such as his damage, output, and or frame data. And when I learned you can empower your specials by charging, my mind was just blown. I was like, what? You don't even need meter? You just charge that shit up? I mean, it's not like your opponent's gonna let you sit there and charge, but having like empowered specials without really like using meter, it's so good. It's actually crazy. And it's not just like small increments depending on how much you charge. When you hit that 3 level, oh, that's when things get super crazy. And the amount of plus frames that you can utilize to deal even more pressure and or charge again, he is a monster when used by someone who's really good at rushdown gameplay. But man, his kit is so crazy. But the hard part is you really got to get close enough to your opponent. But when they allow you in, it was already done for. You are dead. All in all, I really love his rushdown, all offensive, he gives no fucks type of gameplay. And with Strive, it would definitely be toned down a lot due to the nature of the game. But I still think it would be really cool to at least have a character that is just all out offensive with the mechanic that rewards their successive offensive play. And I mean, he's just sick as fuck. I mean, his name, the name is just Order Soul. It's, oh, I want to see him return. Oh please, Lord Daisuke, let him return. Alright guys, well, we're nearing the end of the video. I'm gonna miss you guys. But here's the last character. Now, this final character that I want to see in Guilty Gear Strive is the ultimate pinnacle of Guilty Gear itself. The character design, the flawless specials, as normals of a god. Objectively, the best character created in all of Guilty Gear installments. That's right. You know who I'm talking about. It's Elfelt, baby! Hashtag bring back Elfelt. We need Elfelt back. Clearly the best character. We need buffs for Elfelt. We need Elfelt. Nah, I'm just kidding. Let's bring in the real character I want to see return in Strive. And that character is my guy Venom. Now, I thought that Venom initially wouldn't even have a 1% chance of getting into Strive because it doesn't fit with the game's current direction. But seeing that Millie and Zato have been added into the game, it gives me a small amount of hope that they can rework Venom to be playable in Strive. And most of the reasons that I want Venom to return is honestly for most of the same reasons that I want Anji. And it's because of the different display of character expression. And what I mean by this is that I love seeing different Venom players play the same character. And you can just tell how much time each individual has invested into the character. The ball setups, use of meter, either rushdown style or zoning. All of these aspects made me love Venom as a character, even though he's not my main. And I mean, besides all the technical aspects, the man uses pool balls to fight. Think about that. He uses pool balls to fight. You're getting your ass whooped by a man using pool balls. Like, come on, man. Come on. What other character uses pool balls to fight? I just can't think of one. And do I really need more? Do I really need to explain more? It's just, he's such a cool big brain character that his kit sounds so awkward to use on paper, but when you play Venom and you really lab everything and experiment, everything just clicks and it flows. And it's like, oh my gosh, this character actually works. And that's why I just really want Venom to be that complex technical character that can fit into Guilty Gear Strive, you know? And so, we finally reached the end, guys. Those are my top 5 characters that I want to see return in Guilty Gear Strive. And if you got this far, thank you, you know? I don't know if I'll keep posting more videos, but I appreciate you guys for coming this far and watching. And, you know, at this time, Corona is just hitting everything, and quarantine is just it's just making everything depressing. So I wanted to just share some content with you guys about my all-time favorite game. And I'm just curious, you know, in the comments, what are your top 5 characters that you want to see back in Strive? I think it'll be very interesting. But yeah, again and again, I'll just keep saying it forever and ever. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to stay safe. Peace.